Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Najwa Asifa. I'm from class TBI 1 with student ID number 2320300002. So, in this video, I would like to present a movie review as my final project for advanced speaking course. So, in this video, as you can see in here, I already make a board about the movie that I'm going to review to help me to explain such as like the story, the plot, the scene, the characters. And alright, the movie this movie kind of inspired me because I just watched this recently, and it's called That Poet Society. It came out in 1989. But honestly, the message of this movie is really important for us, for students like us. And it's story about breaking the rules, find your voice, and why we shouldn't just do what everyone else tells us to do. Alright, let's begin with the story of this movie. The movie takes place at a very strict all boys boarding school called Welton Academy. Everything there is about tradition, excellence, honor, and discipline. These are the pillars of the school, Welton Academy, and the students are under huge pressure from their parents to become doctors or lawyers. And but then a new English teacher arrives. Mr. Kidding, played by amazing Robin Williams. The way he teaching, instead of making the students memorize boring facts, he teaches them that poetry and art are what make life worth living. And he also the one that starts a secret group called a That Poet Society, where the boys go to cave at night to read a poem and feel free. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the characters. Honestly, as you can see in here, there are some characters or people, and the story itself talk about them as a youth. But I only mention two characteristics from this movie, which is Neil Perry and Todd Anderson. Neil Perry, he is the leader of the group. He's smart, he's famous, but he's terrified of his dad or his father. And his dream is to be an actor, but his father never let him to do everything he wants. Then the second is Todd Anderson. Todd Anderson, he is the shy one. He's too scared to start everything, even to speak in the class. And his journey of finding his confidence is one of my favorite part of this movie. Alright, because this is also just a short review, so I'm going to tell one of the scene from this movie, which is there's a famous scene where Mr. Kidding makes the students stand on the decks. He does this to show them that you'll have to look at the world from a different perspective. And during this scene, he says the most famous quote of the movie. Carpe diem, says the day boys, makes your lives extraordinary. To me, this means we shouldn't wait for the perfect time to follow our dreams. We should start now because, we only live once and life is short. So, what about the ending? Alright, the movie isn't all happy. It's actually really sad for me toward the end because the school tries to blame Mr. Keating for a tragedy, but the final is kind of beautiful, whereas the student stands on their decks and say, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," to show they still support Mr. Keating, their teacher. And I mentioned it is a sad movie, and here is why. One of the main students, Neil Perry, finally follows his dream and performs in a play. He's amazing, he's good, but his father is furious. He tells Neil that he is taking him out of the Welton to send him to military school so he can become a doctor. And because of that, Neil feels trapped and hopeless. He feels like he cannot fight his father anymore, and he also can't live a life he hates. So, tragically, Neil takes his own life that night. And then the school doesn't want to take the blame, so they use Mr. Keating as a scapegoat. They fire him and say his radical teaching caused Neil's death. And now you might wonder about the famous quote or line, "Oh Captain, my Captain." This isn't just a random praxis, it's actually the title of a famous poem by Walt Whitman written in 1865. Whitman wrote it about the dad of Abraham Lincoln, and in the poem, the captain is Lincoln, who led the ship, which is the United States, through a storm of civil war. And in the movie, the student used this title for Mr. Keating because they was their leader who guided them through the storm of their strict lives, and it's their way of saying you are still our leader even they fired you. So to end this video, I think I think every student should watch this because it reminds us that while grades are important, our own passion and our own voice are actually matter in the long run. And to end this video, I have a question. So, are you living for yourself or are you just following the rules? Alright, thanks for listening. I hope you have a nice day and see you.